Hey,
Yeah.
Howdy. What are you doing, E-Ray? Why are you
Yeah.
making such weird faces? What's happening?
You
Are
can't
you
hear
trying to
that?
use your soundboard? Because it's not working. He was
Oh.
trying to use the soundboard. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of the uppermost ages, dogs, chickens, ducks, slow moving, snapping turtles, recently released WWE superstars. Welcome back to Let Me Book the Territory. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
he got it. The
You got
greatest
it.
professional wrestling podcast of all time. It is me, the Pod God, the Pod Tribal Chief, Dub Truth on this episode. I am the full leader of the Finn Balor victory agenda. E-Ray, I was here first, so I got it first. I win. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going all the way live, 4 box. That's right. This is the attack. What?
Huh?
What?
No.
Huh? What? Huh?
4 box.
4 box. I mean, what's better than 1 box? 4 box. No? Lots of box.
BA.
BA gets it. This is the Around the Horn edition of Let Me Book the Territory. Shout out to Tony Reale. We are here. We have no stat boy to keep us in line. So if we get it wrong, we get it wrong. But joining me on this journey through wrestling is the homie that has more money than all of your favorite podcasters put together. I'm including the NBA ones that are coming for our spot because fuck them. Leave the podcast into us normal guys. I am talking about the guy who has the most ultimate chin strap. All chin straps on helmets are based on this guy's beard. That is just a scientific fact. Do not Google it. I am talking about BADBIC, Attack on BA, the guy. What's up, bro?
What's good, Dub? Truth. It's BADBIC, aka Black IRS, aka the B for the Mama. East BA Bigelow in the building. Ready to talk about the state of the world, man. This is about to be a heated ass pod, and I can't wait for it. It's about to be a lot of smoke, this evening. So yeah, I'm ready for it.
We won't smoke.
We
The
won't
entrance is
smoke.
almost there.
No, Stevie Stone.
It's almost
You gotta
there.
go.
And that voice you hear is the guy who could not join us last week because he was going full office space on his computer. It was insane. The baby Riley had to watch, and she now has this image of her father destroying a computer. I am talking about the ego maniac himself. Sometimes we call him Dub 216 because sometimes he's in my brain and taking all my thoughts because he is me from another universe. But it is E-Ray, the quasi full, almost semi bad guy himself. He's back. What's up, E-Ray?
What's going on, guys? I'm back, and I'm almost badder than ever. Madder than ever, yes. Badder than ever.
I'm back.
And madder than ever.
Yeah.
It works. It works. And we pulled him off the bench. We said, hey man, come from behind that piano, as Andre Benjamin once said to John Legend. You got to get in the game. We putting you in. You got 5 fouls to use. I am talking about the wisest of all the wise men. I am talking about Bronson Reed's doppelganger. I am talking about Sean, producer extraordinaire, Mr. Deaf to Sports Entertainment himself, because he's all about the grips and the graps. What's up, Sean?
Not
Sean,
much.
Steve.
Exclamation point on the grips, but how are you doing today? Like you said, the wisest of men, and I'm going to give y'all some amazing points of why it is death to sports entertainment, like the original Paul E. said. Okay.
Wow, there we go.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right, I'm here for it. And then, wise man, right here, I'm gonna need you to put it in the horn because we're going to go around the horn, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to talk about the state of the WWE. Ever since the TKO takeover, there have been what we could call some missteps, what we could call some interesting decisions. So let's start. Let's just start with the biggest news of all the news. R-Truth and Carlito have been informed that their contracts will not be renewed, and they have now off of television, and the wrestling world feels a way about it. From the fans to their compatriots to the people in the audiences of the past couple of shows. Um, BA, I want to start off with you here. Tell me your first thoughts. You know what? Just riff. Just go.
Yeah, I'm riffing and rapping.
You need 60
when when I saw the news float through the chat, I was just like, wow. TKO don't have any sort of like pulse on things, I'd say. As far as this dude was just literally in y'all last PLE, and then y'all just eject him out of the seat like that after it was just so much to be had. You got the Ron Cena thing going. You got you had him go over and the first people to win the new Raw tag team belts. That was R-Truth and The Miz, who's probably next out of here. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but we'll talk about it. And yeah, man, it just show you that these hoes ain't loyal, man. At the end of the day, these hoes ain't loyal.
So BA, so before I get to everybody else, so the rumor around town is this was a cost benefit analysis that Nick Khan kind of ran, and this is where he ran to that decision.
Bean counters.
You are a numbers guy. You run numbers. You do this type of thing.
Yes.
So if you ran the same numbers, would you come to the same decision, or would you kind of look at the other factors that are out there, being who you are, in work and in fandom?
Yeah, you can't look at this product like a stock or something that you want to dump when you know that the financials look bad on it and things like that. There's a human element to sports entertainment. The people kind of drive that, and even though John Cena is the biggest heel, quote unquote, in the world right now, which is also up for debate, he always would say that these people control what happens in this ring. These people. He always puts it on you people. No.
Whoa. All right.
No, he puts it on the WWE universe, saying that that's who drives what's happening in the ring. Like, you can't, these people, you can't lie to them and stuff like that. And I don't think they really understood the impact. Nick Khan didn't. I would hope Triple H did understand the impact that R-Truth had on that locker room. He was the steady Eddie. Dude's been there since the Attitude Era, damn near. As far as K Quick. So you got so much history there, and they just kind of just threw him away like yesterday's trash, basically. Shout out to Mickey James. So yeah, it's ridiculous, man. In that regard. Johnny Ace.
PA power. Shout out to John Laurinaitis. People power, baby. Just not all the people, maybe.
Not Vince. Flipped on him like a coin, baby. But we will talk about that here today.
Jesus. All right.
Save yourself. Drown a ship. Save yourself.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
D-Ray, give me your thoughts. I need to know. What are you thinking? I know you were highly upset.
Yeah, I think most of my sentiment mirrors that of BA. I just want to, I guess, touch on it a little bit differently, pause, because every take is different, so you got to treat them a little bit differently. Specifically, the way this is happening again, analytics. It feels like the analytics are being brought in, and it feels like they are trying to. And again, I can only attribute this to TKO because there's been a sweeping change over the last 6 months to a year, I want to say, that has not been for the better, and it's mirrored the same things that you've seen in UFC, probably to a lesser degree though, because of the different types of fan base. But I say price gouging, like all the fans where what was last, we had went to SummerSlam the last 2 years. And then now that's not even the option because of things that are just so absurd being the like most premium ticket, where uh WrestleMania, going from New Orleans, a very cultural centric town, to that of Vegas again, which we had kind of came on here and stated that crowd was ass. And it's like, oh, but it doesn't matter because they paid. So again, my fiance, big AR, her particular notion of this, like, or I guess what we get to see, her boss went to WrestleMania. Not a wrestling fan at all. Just a nigga with money. That's it. I got money. I got invited. Fuck it. Because other people, it became like it's basically like the UFC. It's like, oh, I got nothing else to do. Let's just go do this. Whereas actual fans get priced out and they cannot go. So that's a problem. And again, that's a very short-sighted stance on where to take things. Everything in the WWE shop is up $1 trillion. The cost of titles have almost doubled.
It's almost a grand. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Oh, they tripping.
Well, 600 for the replicas, and then the ultra replicas that were already $899 or something have now pushed well past $1,000.
Back to toy belts.
Basically, see me at Walmart aisle 32. I'll get 3 of them and strap them across my damn body for
Whooping the kid's
$13.99.
ass for that last Dipset title. I'm sorry. I don't tell you, kid.
Hey, what did he know about Dipset? He wasn't there for Dipset Volume 5. Slam that picture of him. Anyway,
He don't really
back to the
mean
moment
it.
at hand. And then as we really got to the fact that they're cutting talent, and not just any talent, but beloved talent, and they're using such a weird and antiquated metric, being like age and like the size of your contract.
Mhm.
I think Vince was more so like, if we're not using you, you can go. TKO is like, how old are you? and how much money you make? Okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll lowball you. Like, this is very corporate shit. And I was like, that's nasty work. So essentially, I don't think there exists a Legends contract anymore. Because that's what it used to
That
be.
is
Like,
the rumor that they're getting rid
let's
of the
keep
Legends
people on the
contract.
Legends contract. You sign them on, they do a run, they get paid good money, they draw good. Everyone's happy. Now it seems like they've got rid of the Legends contracts. They're looking. I think it was reported that R-Truth, of course, we can't believe any of the numbers, but let's just say in somewhere in the ballpark of $500,000 a year. They knew that they were not going to re-sign him. They just got this nice little thing going with John Cena, as John Cena being the biggest heel, and it's always been the R-Truth using that John Cena is my childhood hero, even though he's older than John Cena gimmick, which is hilarious. There's so much potential in that. They just had him essentially main event something and doing something major, and they're like, oh yeah, we don't need him no more, because he was the oldest person on the roster. And then they said they offered him a contract that was much lower than what he was making, and he
Lowballed the
said
shit out of him.
no. So good on him, number one. Carlito had some fun with it as well. He said, I asked him if I had to give the money back. My lawyer said I do. So he was like, I'll pop up. I'll see y'all in another 13 years.
I do appreciate Carlito's like self-awareness of, I wasn't really doing shit to get
I
this
was
money.
stealing money. I was stealing money.
Like,
But
he knew, like, yeah, I was stealing money.
But he brought something, again, those backstage moments. It's like, that's great. The only thing I can say, and in honor of, I'm also not wearing any shoes. Sarah Logan, gone. Gone.
I know that's the one that upsets you the most, E-Ray. I know.
Yes, because I'm like, why didn't that happen sooner? Get rid of her and keep the people, because I'm sure she was making, I don't know, whatever. She's getting paid in deer jerky or something.
A couple backstraps, something like that.
Whoa, what?
Antlers is what I believe he meant to say. But regardless,
No, he meant back straps.
It's a
No,
piece.
he
It's
doesn't.
it's a multiple meaning.
it just
I know
It's
it's a piece of deer meat, but
piece of
I
deer
know,
meat? No. All right.
and
Whatever.
yeah, no, there's other meanings. BA knows.
Mhm. And-
Not the BA meat. Look.
Welcome to my.
Sex room.
and then he had to finish it.
We're not even 20 minutes in.
BA
guys,
definitely
all right?
has to finish. Come on now.
Yeah. But yeah, to me,
All truths.
this all just reeks of disgustingness and greed. And I don't know how long and I guess maybe this is like, oh, Trump's America, we can do this. But I don't think that's a winning strategy. I think you are gutting the viability out of it. And again, it's hot now. So y'all capitalizing off of it. But you can only price gouge, you can only treat people less than human for so long. And then you lose what made it special in the first place. And
Mhm.
you're delivering a subpar product. So I don't think this was a horrible move. Shout out to our truth. I can imagine him. I heard Busted Open talking about a possible gimmick, and I lost my shit crying. This is one of those times where I'm like, oh, I would love to see our truth pop up in AEW. I rarely say that, but this would be hilarious because he would still act like he's still in WWE and just be calling all the wrestlers that have left WWE and went to AEW like by their WWE names. Like, hey, Dean, I ain't seen you in forever. You still got that shot in your ass? And walk away. It's so many good people that he could do that with. Sasha. He's like, oh, girl, you must have got fired. You ain't the boss no more. So, no, I got, I'm the CEO.
You
now.
got
Blah,
a
blah, blah.
promotion?
Yeah, exactly. It so many
Do
hilarious.
Vince work for
things.
you now?
Yeah, right.
I would
It's
have
so
him
good.
say that shit. 100%.
It's so good, and it will be a very meta way to keep putting over the talent, and I think that's another element of like fun, but like sensical fun. Because I think AEW likes to have fun, but sometimes it's like nonsensical fun that everybody doesn't like. Is more maybe a little bit too inside baseball a lot of times
Mhm.
for like the the guys who like, oh, I've been here since Thursday, brother. Yeah, sometimes you just need a little bit of like, oh, that's fun topical levity. Anywho, those are my feelings. Stop me, horn.
Time.
Poor
Buddy
Outlaw
Matthews, who's Murphy? What's going on? I got a match against Brody King. Does he still play for the Bucks? Yeah. They could have some real fun with that. TK,
So
give me a
much fun.
call. Give me a call. I'll write all those jokes.
What?
No.
Wise man, if
No.
I told you that this plan was the plan the entire year and Mr. John Anthony Felix Cena caught wind of it and pitched this program with truth to give him a main event shot, how would you feel about it?
I believe it. That's something John would do. There's been multiple accounts of him giving wrestlers time to do things or spots that they necessarily didn't have before and sacrificed his own stuff just to, put the spotlight on him. So
Mm.
I fully believe that's the truth. It sounds like something that would
It's
happen.
the truth.
Get it? Yeah, get it. Do we have one of those drums? But no.
No, that was nasty. I would never. I'll never highlight that. You get it? Gross. That was like a Lil Wayne bar.
Damn disrespect.
Weezy F.
Oh shit.
And the F is for phenomenal. Get it? F, baby.
Automatic leave him dead in the living room. Get it? Leave him dead in the living room.
No.
Ironically, I love that line because it's so stupid.
Lil Wayne just sits there and tells stand-up comedy. and like, all right, coming to the stage, show you love for Lil Wayne.
Hey,
Could you imagine
Hey,
Steve Harvey
people.
introducing Lil Wayne? Y'all still don't know what a goon to a goblin is. It's nothing. Oh man, bring Lil Wayne out here.
See,
Answers on the board.
In your scenario, he's already like world-renowned, known Lil Wayne, and this is like Steve Harvey, like immortalizing him. In my situational, he's like this is amateur night at the Apollo, and he like I've never heard this guy before. I guess he's a comedian.
Yeah.
Go ahead, rub the law.
Yeah, it's like Nick Aldis got the card. Like, who the fuck is Wheezy F baby? Like,
show your love for Wheezy F baby. All right, there you go. Anyway,
yeah, Lil Wayne bars. My bad. Yeah.
Lil Wayne,
it's
king
okay.
of comedy.
Okay.
Who are the other rappers who are the kings of comedy? Now we're here now.
Vince
Hold on.
Staples for sure.
Fab. If we're talking rapping,
Oh, rapping
Fab,
comedy.
Fab for
Oh,
sure.
like Fab, yeah.
all these punchline
Cameron.
rappers who say shit. Cameron for sure. Cam might be the Bernie Mac of this shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Closing the show.
Ma, I've been hugging the block.
Right?
Hustling
That's
rock.
right.
Hustling rock.
Hustling rocks.
I know.
By the
I've
time
been
I get
puffing
home,
a lot.
I know. I don't even need to ask what you better suck it.
But
That
a
song
ninja
was
wanna
so
know.
aggressive.
Baby girl. Don't suck it or not.
Crowd goes crazy. Ah! You know, back in the day, them crowds used to jump out their feet. That nigga right. He right. All that. Exactly that.
Out here getting these computers, Putin. I get it.
Yeah, I think Fab will probably be D.L. Hughley. And, yeah, Lloyd Banks is definitely like Sid the Entertainer.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Back in the day, punchline Lloyd. He raps different. He raps a little bit differently now.
All fair.
Send cars to your crib like I'm a cab dispatcher. Oh, wait. Not Mr. Banks. What a bars.
Yeah,
Bars.
Stand up comedy.
Bars.
Bars.
You need to get
Anyway.
that for like the shitty jokes that land.
Yeah,
Get one
I
of
know.
those.
I hate
With
it.
like some crickets or something like that. Yeah.
You got the
down with it.
cricket.
I was gonna, you got the crickets.
Do I?
We hardly ever hear them because I'm so funny.
I might have got rid of them. Oh,
Yeah, because I'm so funny.
Perfect timing.
nailed it.
Oh shit.
I probably got one of those too. Anyway, moving
Anyway,
right
so
along.
yeah, so Wise Man thinks John completely did that, got R-Truth his spot before R-Truth got shown the door. Do we think there is a bigger problem that the TKO is having that the rest of kind of sports has had, as well as the Moneyball problem of like treating something that's supposed to get people the feels like a math problem? All right, you ready? Go ahead.
Yes, it's so apparent. It's not even funny. Like we seen analytics come into the NBA and just ruin shit. Like yeah, well if this no name can shoot just 1.5 free throws every quarter, then they start doing these calculations. It's like literally our whole thing when from that random like segment was like, who are these niggas?
Yeah.
Like on the Rockets, who is these niggas? I don't know. I can't name them, but apparently you try to use the money ball strategy, and guess where? Where did that get the Rockets?
Nowhere. So, all right, you're right. So, counterpoint here. Do you think the WWE can get to a place where the NBA is today? Because you look at the NBA today in the playoffs, there were so many differing styles because people were identifying inefficiencies in that 3 is more than 2, make this a math problem thing. Like you look at the Thunder right now, that's just 48 minutes of hell type of defense. If you guys remember Arkansas in the 90s, and then you look at Indiana, their thing is like, we're going to play just enough defense, but we are going to take the ball from you quite a bit,
our offense,
and we are going to score at a pace that you can't keep up with. And then you look at the Knicks, where like they was like, yeah, we just going to run everything through Jalen Brunson, and then just hope Cat figures out how to play defense at some point.
Hope Cat stops clipping his toenails on the sideline.
And then you got
getting a manicure.
The one man show of Anthony Edwards in Minnesota. My point is, so many different styles came out of guys were like, oh, we just got to threes. And then this season, you saw so many different styles, emerge in the lead. Do you think WWE gets to that point where like they treat everything like a math problem, but then like, I guess each show and like now the brands they own in AAA and Evolve become like different styles that, just kind of mesh?
I don't.
Do you
think
see it
so.
getting to that point?
I don't think so, and I'll
Okay.
say because
No.
there's two reasons specifically. One, they're not patterning, excuse me, the NBA. They're patterning the UFC.
Mm.
UFC style is no one's bigger than the brand. So
Okay.
we're gonna lowball you until you become somebody of note. We'll pay you, but soon as you are not useful anymore, we'll cut you and let you build your star up somewhere else. Then we'll bring you back.
And bring you back.
That's it. And I'll say that is essentially the WWE format because they're doing that just like the UFC does. So the UFC cuts them, and they're like, all right, yeah, go to Strike Force, go to fucking Bellator, or whatever.
or something.
Win a couple. They're like, oh, he hot again. Sign him back, and we'll sign him back for a decent price because he still can't command it because we are like the top of the league. So WWE is going like that, the way of that. So that doesn't necessarily bring the styles clash, if you will, that you're speaking of. Also, secondly, when you operate like that, it doesn't give people the free range of expression to try to do something new. You're going to just pattern the shit that you've already done, and you're scared now. The morale is at its lowest that it's been since Vince, just before Vince left. That's not good. The after like the locker room, everybody was happy. People were like, "Oh, this is great. It's a great environment. Things have changed. We feel the shift. It was so much a more friendly thing. Now it's like, I don't know. I could be cut tomorrow. Am I too old? Let me look at my AARP card. Because if for women it's even worse because the women they aging them out even like the men. Okay, Braun Strowman up there a little bit.
That nigga knees was cooked. That's
Yes.
that's what,
Yeah, like, it was just a matter of he can only walk
Yeah.
3 months at a time. It seemed
But
like.
again, in Vince's WWE, we've seen a fucking great Khali that couldn't do anything.
Oh.
Chop, brain squeeze. He couldn't do shit. Braun Strowman at least looks and can do certain things. So we've seen way worse stay for way longer. That's all I'm saying. But now they're looking at things like, okay, how old are you? How long is that contract? How much we paying you? The women, it's like, how old are you? You aged out because we're conservative racists. Let's get
Leonardo
you out of here.
DiCaprio with their
Yeah,
women's hiring.
Literally,
Basically.
we was like, we
Oh,
got
over 26? Nah, you go ahead and
You
get
gotta
out.
go.
like Dakota Kai, you're cooked. What? That's crazy to me. Like it that they said it. That was the main impetus for like all those women's cut who also happen to be LGBTQ, most of them. So it was a very weird. I don't know. I didn't like any of it.
Some of
it was
them
all weird.
were based on like some of that talent didn't want to go help out and evolve. Which, hey, I get it. Stake your claim to your spot, but when they're not using you, you better make sure you say yes to what they're gonna use you for.
That's why Nikita Lyons still got a job. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh,
If
she know what it
would've said,
is.
if she would have said, "Oh, I don't want to be on Evolve," they would have said, "Oh, okay, cool."
Back to Zeus
so,
Network you go. Zeus.
Said, I heard Elena Black needs someone to co-star with. So go ahead, go over there.
You know
Yeah,
what?
'cause you
That might have
out of
been the
there.
reason she know where she came from.
Mm-hmm.
Elena Black and
Never
a lot
going
of
back.
them other ones,
Never
they know
going
they can
back,
go make
part
some money
two.
on the indies.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm never going back.
never
Never
go.
going back. Part
Nikita Lyons, a never going back all-star.
Shoot, I will say this: if Nikita Lyons ever gets let go and goes on the Indies, I'm going to her indie show.
You bet you are.
Best believe it.
Every show.
We ain't gonna be at the merch table.
Oh, you better believe it.
You ever see The Mask where he's
He
looking
gonna
at
be
the
at the
girl at
work
the
table with a stack, with
I
a stack
heard
of
you
hundreds.
wasn't working tonight. Can I have your autograph?
Like my man's in,
Oh
he gonna be
shit.
like my man's in Players
Hey.
Club.
Mm-hmm. Diamond.
What you doing at my house, BA? I can take
I
care of you.
love you.
I can take care of you. It's crazy.
Oh my god. But again,
He ain't gonna be
and-
front row, and Nikita Lyons match is like, I can take you away from all of this.
You see her do that. I'll hold your jacket. Big cat Keita.
Right.
But
Look, Keita, I got a Kit Kat bar for you because you're the big cat.
It's king size,
Get it,
like
Keith?
me.
let's
Get it,
pull up
Nikita?
A big cat and the fucking Carl Anthony Towns appears. Get out of here. Get out of here. For Keita. Damn it.
Oh,
Um,
shit.
But as we were saying, there's a big difference between Nikita Lyons and like I don't
Gigi?
know, no, like Natty or something. Any people
A
who they would
lot.
send to evolve, and it's like, yeah, you can say no to that. Like, and again, that's what used to make WWE. So I think Triple H touched on this years ago when he was saying, I don't
Don't
think
see color.
Mm-mm.
no. We get
All
to
I
that.
see is green.
No. We're gonna get to all that later.
don't know if you
What
see
he
that.
said originally was back in the day, during the Vince years, there was a time where you would probably have to shovel shit, but you took chances because you just were unhappy with what's going on, and a lot of those chances changed the course of like wrestling as we know it. So now with the people that are coming up in the NXT system, people that are coming up in NIL, they're much less likely to take chances. So they're damn sure ain't gonna say, "Oh yeah, let me not say anything to this." They're gonna be, like, oh, "Yeah, I probably do this because I need a job." But with that type of like I don't know what the best terminology would be, but that type of complacency or that type of like fear and of like job losing doesn't breed the type of creativity or rebellion that you need or that you will want to see and that birthed the Stone Cold Steve Austins, the Triple H's, the Rocks, etc. so forth. So we have people that are really good, but they will remain within the status quo. And the people who could be great, they're too scared to buck the system because they were born in the system. They don't know how to operate outside the system. So again, it just doesn't breed well.
So do you think like this current state is like kind of an unintended consequence of them not doing like the tiered contracts anymore of, as you move up in the card, your pay moves up type of thing? Or like, you're on PLEs, you get more money type of thing. Everybody just getting money now?
No, because that's not true. It's still some type of tiered pay system.
But still, like, they
Everybody
don't have
just
like the PLE bonuses and stuff like that anymore. Like, everybody just getting paid now and everybody's getting money. And the contracts are so much bigger now.
but that's like saying the NBA is so much different and they just getting money. They are, but that's because the TV deals and all the stuff that they've acquired as the NBA has grown exponentially. So you would have to pay the people more unless you're going to be the UFC, which WWE is patterned after. So again, the PLE, the bonus and stuff like that have gone, but you still are looking at how many contracts, how many deals. They got a contract with Netflix.
Right,
They
but
had
the
a contract
NBA
with
is the same
Peacock.
way. Like, once they realize they don't have a real use for you, you out the door, buddy. You better start learning Chinese.
That's not the same though, because the NBA,
But
you
it's
can
become,
be-
that's what I'm saying. It's becoming the same because the money is so
I
high.
don't think so.
Mhm.
I don't think the NBA is anything like that because you can
I
have
don't
an
either.
enforcer that just like Pat Bev.
But he had,
has
but that's
been on
the point.
team
He has
for
use.
85 years.
He has use. Once they decide that you don't have use or your use your contract outweighs your use too much,
But who
the NBA,
determines the
NFL,
use?
and MLB, they'll get rid of you. And the WWE is becoming the same thing.
I don't see it that way because who determines the use? The way like
Nick Khan.
Pat. Well, that's what I'm saying. And he's very different than Adam Silver or whoever you would want to say is the person. Because again, a Pat Bev has been just floating from team to team, and I don't see him very useful. But as a morale guy or somebody who you can learn from, so that's where they found the use. They're not doing that in WWE. They're like, oh, you old, get the fuck out.
But again,
Where you can
it's
learn
based on his
something and be
contract too.
useful.
Pat Bev's probably getting like vet minimums now. And what it sounds like is that Nick Khan went to R-Truth with what's essentially a vet minimum. Like, yo, everybody really likes you here, but we don't really have much for you outside of a comedy thing once every so often. You can take this and you can just stick around. And R-Truth, good on him, was like, no. And they let him go. And the same thing with Pat Bev. If Pat Bev was like, I'm not playing for vet minimum anymore, start learning Chinese, my guy. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's an unintended consequence of like how they've changed, like you don't get necessarily the PLE bumps the way you used to. And the fact that you just got money now. Is money. Like getting that main roster bump is buku money to the point where it does build that complacency to the point where they got to make these cuts. And I get it. This
is the last thing I say before I turn over to everybody else because I don't want to turn it to pardon the interruption. This is around the horn. But I have to say, the only reason I disagree is because the metric is different. Pat Bev has a certain ceiling as far as talent and usage, no matter what. And he's not going to be able to, like, no matter how much he wants to at a certain age, and even for instance, how long he had been in the league. He was Pat Bev. R-Truth could transcends. A Carlito, all they need is given the time, the opportunity. They can get themselves over. They can be put in the spotlight. We just seen it with R-Truth. If they would have kept that going, he would have been. You would never call him Pat Bev. Is I guess my point. And that's the thing where it's like that gets tricky for wrestlers because
it's scripted entertainment versus
they're
actual
only as
sport.
good as the opportunity that they're given. So we can see somebody like a Swerve and be like, damn, how could he not do that? Or Tony Storm, how could they not do that with what they were given? Because it was what they were given. Then you see them thrive elsewhere. R-Truth heat up immediately. We seen Bronson Reed 50% of this cast had no thought about Bronson Reed and what he could do and constantly downplayed him for months and months and months. Look at him now. So again, it all depends on what you can do and what you're given. That's the difference between this and the NBA. So determining your usage is really even more arbitrary and weird because it's like, well, if y'all just trying to like play me out because y'all not giving me anything.
I mean, it does get to a weird spot when you consider WWE's like they have writers, so what they give you is what they give you versus you're using your God-given talents in the NBA. But you get what I'm saying. Like there's a similar mindset, and don't get me wrong, Nick Khan should not treat his roster like a GM should treat their roster in a major sport. But I think it's going to take some road bumps to kind of get him there. If you get what I'm saying.
Shout out to Karrion Kross. Great take. Great thoughts about this whole thing. Said, hey, if you love R-Truth, you love Carlito, continue to support them. Go follow them on social media because I guarantee you'll see them really soon. Support what they do, and if they entertained you before, they will entertain you. They will continue to entertain you. That and shout out to Karrion Kross because now he's getting himself over, and people are starting to believe and picking up on the love train with Karrion Kross, and he only works 30 seconds every week.
He still hasn't been offered a new contract either.
Not yet.
I think his is up in August, I think.
Triple H gonna make sure that happens.
I think Karrion Kross is gonna make sure that happens at this point.
Well, he's one of Tripp's guys, and he's the right shade of winner.
How old is he?
Like
30s,
mid-30s, maybe.
Yeah,
35.
Let me fact check it.
All right, stat man here.
All right, we got Karrion Kross at 39 years old.
39.
Ooh,
He's almost yep. He's almost 40. He will be
So he's
40,
in his prime. So he's in his wrestling prime.
Wrestling
Yep.
prime, yeah.
He'll be 40 in 2 weeks actually.
Shout out to him.
Yeah. Shout out
Do-
to Karrion
do
Kross.
all our power to get him over, but the E is shit. Anyway, I'll relinquish my time.
fair.
BA.
What's the next topic? Because I don't got nothing to say about that shit.
Shut him down.
Y'all talking to
Shut him
death.
down. Shut him
Yeah,
down.
honestly, yeah. I mean, that's what's been going on. So.
Hey, tell
Right.
him to shut the fuck up.
You're right. Yeah. Just hey,
'Cause
you can
this
always
is what
distract
we do.
us.
We talk too much goddamn shit.
You can always distract us. Just bring up RoboCop or something. I don't know.
Oh, I know how to distract y'all, but
Because
yeah.
I mean,
Yourself, but-
our
Bro,
troop got
stop
fired. You know.
being OVA.
No, that distracts you, BA.
No.
BA, how'd you feel that Big Cat Keita did not win the Evolve title as the first Evolve Women's Champion, and there was one Callie Armstrong instead?
It makes sense because she's not there to win a title. She's there to help elevate talent. So, which is crazy to say.
Yeah. So in other words, she's ass. Basically, what he was saying. Wrestling. She is wrestling wise ass. Okay. She ain't. She
God.
Yeah,
ain't
her
gonna-
dancing ability, E-Ray loves
So
that.
you wasn't gonna hear me disagree with you, Wise.
No,
Right.
that
She
the
is
dancing
ass.
ability. I don't know if you have seen her dancing ability, heard her rapping ability, or anything like that. But musical arts and expression, she should just leave alone. It's not good.
E-Ray
Makes my
loves that.
penis soft.
BA even disagrees on the wrestling part. He saw that clip of her in Evolve just throwing the yams at people.
She wrestles how she raps. Take that either way. So
Damn.
yeah, she wrestles with cheeks. Her rapping is cheeks. So
She's got to figure out a way to make those work, but at the same time somehow.
BA, calm down.
she can make the rapping work. I think Nikita Line, she can make the rapping work, but the wrestling.
Nikita, if you need an
2025, she
agent,
could
come.
definitely make the rap work.
Nikita, if you need an agent, come talk to BA. I got you. We'll get you on. We will get you on. I'm about to start a sports agency. Fuck
I
this.
wanna
Yeah, it's
see.
BA Black Agency. That's BA
The Black Agency.
representing milk worldwide. Come get your glass filled up.
Right. Did you fill your cup today? That's gonna be the motto.
I can fill it for you.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wiseman, I just want to remind you that when you're editing this episode, just remember it wasn't me this time.
Just throw that line in there from Dave Chappelle. But moving right along.
Oh, you had no comments on Big Cat Nikita Lyons not winning the Evolve title?
Shout out to Callie Armstrong. I see all the future. Look, I'm watching Evolve sometimes now. I am officially watching TNA at a la tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sick motherfucker.
Access
Shit is
Network,
changing.
baby. We here.
It's changing.
We here.
So shout out to Callie Armstrong. I loved her against the field. I think I see the makings. I watched the old Bianca Belair promo years ago, and I'm like, wow, I love that this is what led the way for that, and I can see it turning. And this is what we talk about. Representation matters, because you will have somebody who was like, I'm just strong as fuck, and I'm a chick, but then you see somebody like Bianca doing it, you're like, oh, that's an option. And now it opens up the doors. You got her, you got what's old girl TMS? I think her.
Oh, the black chick.
Wow, BA.
Sorry.
Wiseman, you might want to just strike that one save him from himself.
TMS, the white chick. Wait, hold on.
No,
No, Black Tyra
Black-
May.
Tyra May.
The suplex machine.
Yeah, she looks great as well. And again, it's like, oh, gold medal, be strong.
Amateur wrestling.
Throw those around.
I was trying to tell y'all about these amateur wrestlers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna watch Hulk Hogan's league, Dub? The wrestling amateur wrestling league. Him and Eric Bischoff.
BA,
starting
I
it?
will drive to Cleveland and invite you. Don't insult me like that.
You said you love
where-
I
amateur
ain't gotta be at
wrestling.
work till 1
Where's-
p.m. tomorrow.
Where's
I will
Gable
drive to
Stevenson?
Cleveland and run you a fade.
Where's Gable Stevenson?
Fuck if I know.
Down the
Where's Chad
street-
Gable?
Down the street from Dub.
Playing
Thank
a
you.
fucking Mexican gimmick from
Right.
the Gulf of America.
Fighting for his life.
Gracias.
Some of the stupidest shit.
Fighting
I've
for his
seen-
creative life.
Gracias.
Triple A champion.
This-
Oh, that's gonna be crazy.
It's
No,
How offensive.
Gable Stevenson. Excuse me, not Gable. Chad
No.
Gable as
Americano.
I blame
Winning-
Donald
if
Trump.
if
the
if
AAA
WWE
Mega Championship over
Stop.
Vikingo
Stop.
on a Saturday afternoon in LA.
we know it's over.
Oh,
No,
the only way
if-
they can make that better
that-
is if they do it in the old Lucha Underground studio, which is
no,
still
the only way they
functional.
can make that better is if they just have Trump sitting there watching it.
Basically, I was about to say this is Donald Trump.
This is amazing. This is the best thing ever.
I need
This
Don-
is Trump. This is MAGA booking. We need.
I need
to
Donald
stop
Trump
this
sitting front
shit
row.
immediately.
I need Donald Trump sitting front row at the old Lucha Underground studio, which is still in LA. With Americano.
This pyramid gotta be the best pyramid I've ever
No,
seen.
no, if
I love
with
it.
Grande
W-
Americano
if
beating El
WWE
Hijo Vikingo for the
Fuck
AAA Mega Championship
fuck
on a
that.
on a Saturday afternoon.
Fuck
man.
that feels racist. That just feels racist.
It just
You got
is
this
racist.
white man in a
For a
fucking
reason.
mask going by Grande Americano,
Wait,
Gracias.
wait. What do you
and you're
mean?
gonna book him to beat the Triple A
is-
Mega World
A
Champion?
Mexican legend for years, white
from the
man.
Gulf of America. What are you
Right, what are
talking
you ta-
about?
This guy, uncultured
Sign
swine.
me up.
How dare you? You
Sign
hear
me
Crazy.
those authentic mariachi instruments being played in this?
Vince booked
Come
this
on.
shit. I'm convinced. Vince made the
Oh,
call
He's
and
back.
said, "Hunter, just get one more of my ideas off. Just I need one for
One
old
more.
time's sake.
I won't write
let
you
me-
out of the way.
Let me
One
book it.
more time.
Let me book it.
Let
I'll
me
try to
book
get
the
you back with
territory.
Stephanie. Let me book it.
I'll remove Shane and put you in on my will.
I'll put you in the will. Just give me one more book.
Like, didn't you like sell all your shares? Are you worth anything? Yeah, maybe.
Didn't I kick you out of your own will by taking your company?
Right, didn't that woman take all the money that you had left? It was worth it. Okay, well,
Man,
thanks, I guess.
I got to watch her fuck Brock Lesnar. It was worth it.
are we gonna get a trial like we getting for Diddy with Vince?
I hope so.
No,
I hope
which
so.
is which is
I hope
which is
so.
just about America.
Because
Grande Americana, right there.
if we get a
Right.
Vince McMahon trial, I will use this podcast and leverage and say that I am part of the journalistic media, and I will be front row for all of that. Let me tell you, I will hire a sketch artist to sit right next to me.
He typed, "Where's my egg?"
I would tell the sketch artist to like draw the crowd as different wrestlers.
I would
Instead of an actual
And
crowd.
the defendant stated, "Can I hide my egg in you so I can find it?"
Wow,
And then
crazy.
He just kept chanting, "Where's my egg? Where's my egg?" He knew where the egg was. Also, he put it there. Where's my egg? Where's
You
my
know how
egg?"
excited I would be to come on this pod and talk
Whoa.
about when the lawyer asked Vince McMahon where it said in his contract that Brock Lesnar got to fuck random bitches. Like, oh, that would be like the highlight of my career.
Penalty box.
To just,
That was-
I'm like, yeah, guys. So
that
the
was
so the
insane.
prosecution as Vince, where it said in Brock Lesnar's contract that he was
No.
allowed to defecate on random women and Vince film it.
the-
That's
you are not-
crazy.
You are not getting past that. I know you.
But hey, guys, the prosecutor also
No.
asked Vince about that
No.
time he partied with Diddy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and
That
what
should be
happened?
brought to the court.
And you know what else should be brought to the court? When Dove said, "And do you know how excited I'd be to come on this podcast?" Insane.
Just
He
All
was
over
too
it.
excited. Ah!
Randy
You know
Marsh.
there's a
that
video
shit.
broadcast now. Ah!
Chobani Chamber, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Damn, that's crazy.
Still going strong.
What?
No, don't even ask. Moving on.
Oh, wise man, you weren't around for the Chobani
He
Chamber,
wasn't.
were you?
Stop!
Was it-
No,
was it
I don't
old
want to
thing?
know.
Look,
I don't want to know. We the
He don't want
niggas talking
people
about
to listen.
Chobani, and after we just came off of that shit, don't even educate
After we
me on
just
that.
what?
Leave-
Whoa!
Pause that.
Oh man, I knew it was only a moment. a
Gotta
matter
find the
of time.
episode in the archives and send it to the wise man. Just
Yeah, we did delete all. Never mind. Okay.
Woo! All right.
Yeah.
oh.
So
Where was we at?
Do you see what happens when we get ready to talk about NXT? We get so crazy.
Before we get there, let's put a button on this. Let's give everybody.
Are you edging us? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm gonna give everybody 3 minutes. I want to get your final thoughts on the state of WWE in its current iteration. 3 minutes each. We're gonna start with BA and we're gonna go around this horn. BA,
All right.
you got 3 minutes starting now.
Sounds good. All right. So my last thoughts on the state of the E is they're treading on thin ice right now. They're not there yet. It's not cracking, but you're starting to see the water beneath the ice, meaning it's about to break at some point. So they guys got to be careful. I don't feel confident that they are gonna care about what this looks like. I feel like you're gonna see guys like The Miz vanish, Natty. These older vets are gonna not be here by this time next year. I'm just keeping it a buck because there's so much young talent they got to infuse into this thing. When you look at Evolve and NXT, and especially how Evolve, I'm sure we're about to talk about how Evolve is integrating into NXT now. So that tells me that stuff is about to come up to the main roster from NXT still, even though they just called up Vakur and Roxanne Perez and Julia. So they're just getting rid of the old guard, man. And it's sad to see for people that's been watching this product for years. So that's what I got, man.
You still got 1 minute left. Do you want it, or do you see
Nah.
your time?
I'll give it to the wise man.
All righty. Well,
Fuck your story.
wise man. And 3 minutes may have been too long. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Rant.
All right. Well, speaking of fuck your story, that bald ass fraud is one of the main reasons why WWE took that shit took such a fucking downturn. This nigga ain't showed up once to who apparently he got a soul from to support the damn story. In a story-driven fucking business with WWE. They're cutting all the favorites. The storylines are mediocre. The matches haven't been great. The PLEs are getting booked like shit, and just not that entertaining. WrestleMania tickets, the cheapest 2-day ticket was $700.
Ugh.
Niggas was spending for both days $700 for the cheapest combo ticket. That got you in the nosebleeds.
Yeah, I was thinking about for where that is. Hell no.
You eating popcorn with Eddie Guerrero watching WrestleMania for and then for $15,000, if you got 15,000, then you can go sit front row. If you got a whole ass down payment on a house here in Texas, yeah, you could go sit front row to watch WrestleMania. Like, yeah, that's cool. And then the people that do it, crowds are fucking shit unless you go overseas, which unless you want to go travel to fucking France to go be a part of a live crowd, then you're shit out of luck here in America. TKO's ruining it with money. They're money hungry and they're going to drive this motherfucker into the ground and let some other companies not take over, but get a lot more eyes and a lot more business. Done.
With 18 seconds to spare.
Fuck your story.
Great job, Wise.
Fraud ass nigga. All right, so who's next?
Oh, you still got something left in the chamber. Just dripped out. All right.
You said 18 seconds.
Just dripped out, huh?
Damn.
Yeah, that double shake.
PG, brother.
PG. I had Chobani there. Jesus.
Dub.
My turn?
2 minutes. And go. Stay
All right.
lead.
Well, first things first. We all know how I feel about when E-Ray gives me guidelines. Fuck that shit. I'm just gonna go. So check this out. So TKO has made some very questionable moves as far as pricing out the average Joe and even the not so average Joe. They've almost priced out BA's rich ass on this shit.
They
Um,
have. I'm
and
not
the
paying
problem
15
is,
grand for that.
I don't think they realize how niche of a product that WWE is, even though it is at all its almost highest popularity that it's seen in almost 30 years. It's still a very niche product, and they're gonna find out relatively soon that you can't price this all out. My hope is that once they're done treating everything like a math problem, they realize there's still some emotion here, um, and that's part of the joy that we have with this. And I think I'm hoping they come closer to where the NFL was when NFL started treating the whole game like a math problem and analytics came in, and it was just like throw the ball because you complete that, that's more yards, blah 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 blah. And then you kind of got these market inefficiencies, which led to the rises of teams like the Eagles and the Lions and everything, who just was like, run through a motherfucker's face because this shit's more fun when it's a little more emotional. I think once you get some more emotion involved, and I think there's still some good enough people in that building that'll kind of drag Nick Khan back off his math ledge and say, hey, this shit still matters to people outside of what you see on a fucking spreadsheet, you fucking nerd. Let's get back to this. I have hope for that. And I don't have such a bleak view of it as the wise man does because we have so many great things going on. We have one of the greatest tag rosters I've ever seen. Fuck your watch, E-Ray. Evolve is doing some amazing things down there. Super Sean Legacy is the future of everything. The Vanity Project is fire. The NXT women's roster is still the greatest women's roster ever assembled. Even with some people getting called up, they just spawned 4 new baddies like a fucking Call of Duty map. It's phenomenal down there. And there are some things they can do on this main roster to make things a little bit better. I'm not wrapping shit up. Fuck you. The 2 things they could do to really make things really go well in this main roster is trust the Second City Saint and get his story with Seth Rollins, and then when they're done with John and his run, put that belt back on the team captain.
The fuck you mean rolling? This shit been
Okay,
rolling between
yeah,
them two
yeah.
for the longest.
Look,
No, we
see,
need
really has.
we need to get to like the apex of it. That's what
they
I'm
do.
saying. Like,
They don't know where the apex is at. That's the problem with this
Yes, they do.
shitty ass booking that they've
yes,
been
they
doing.
do. They know where the apex is. The apex is Seth getting that belt by getting the money in the bank briefcase, and then CM Punk coming to take it from him. That's
I
that's
need
the apex of
reality
the story.
powers to be able to mute Dub because
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, I could if you wanted me to, but
I need specifically the powers. Like, shut the fuck up.
oh shit.
okay, I'm done now.
I won't make this. Yeah, see, Dub was ranting too long, where he just lost the plot a little bit, but it's okay. Dub, I love you. Um, make this pretty short and sweet. I think everybody has said most of the things that I think, except for I don't think it's technically a Nick Khan thing. I think Nick Khan grew up watching and loving wrestling. I think this is orders from TKO and him executing the best way he can. That is The Rock. That is old dude, the other dude. Forget that nigga's name. Who cares?
Ari
Ari
Manuel.
Manuel.
There you go. Bam, him.
This might be more of an Ari Manuel thing than the concept.
Absolutely, because he's not from the business or of the business. He's just coming in there. Rock's his buddy, and he's like, "Yeah, that's right." And the Rock's like, "I don't know. Yeah, that's right too." So
Random
yeah,
fact: Ari from Entourage is based on Ari Manuel.
yeah, clearly. But regardless of such, I think that there are plenty of things that are great still, but as VA mentioned, they are going quite younger. So as they're infusing this younger talent, they are pushing out old talent. And again, that only works when you can establish the beloved nature of the young talent. When you're just getting rid of people and constant turnover because you can pay them less, that doesn't endear the people who actually pay for your product. So that's a dangerous move if you do it too fast. And I think that we're seeing a lot of things just being done way too fast and too aggressively. So it doesn't make for great product. And not to mention, they are messing up the product that we loved in the first place. That's why it got so hot. This product was on fire. and somehow, like a dub rant, they lost the plot. I don't know where shit is, where it's going, and but not in a good way. I'm like, are these people even gonna be here next week? Like, uh, again, JC Shaze Mateo and Bronson Reed technically could have switched spots, and it would have made more sense story wise. But niggas was like, hey, give me him because our stories are more important. I'm running this shit. I got the A storyline. Everybody else fall in line. And yeah, it's just kind of like not inmates running an asylum, but uh maybe privatized prisons ran by corporations because they don't know how shit goes. They're just
Yeah.
doing it because they got money to do it. And that's the worst thing that you can do. As the wise man said, we are going to see an inevitable divide and probably some more shine going to other companies, which isn't a bad thing. Competition is always great, but if the E doesn't shape up and fly right, we are absolutely going to see a mass divergent from this company because I don't think, as Dub says, it's very niche, but still they are going after the mainstream fan. Logan Paul was supposed to be um, Logan Paul was actually supposed to be what's his name? Travis Scott.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
That's a very mainstream thing. They're like, oh well, he's not ready. Let's go him because they're just trying to infuse shit. You're just trying to do things that doesn't work. So again, I remember we all lived through the years where it was special guests every Monday through football. Here's Seth Green. Let's pop a rating, hopefully.
Oh, I hated that. The celebrity
Hugh
guest
Jackman.
era.
Hey, let's
Fuck that.
Hugh Jackman go learn a hip toss. Yeah,
Snooki gets a WrestleMania match.
Hey,
exactly.
Pete Rose, go get fucking chokeslammed by Kane. Or Drew Carey, go in the Royal Rumble. That's a
Shout
good
out to
one.
Pete Rose for
Shout out to
finally
Pete
being
Rose.
led into the MLB Hall of Fame. But yes,
Posthumously.
do we need that? I don't think so. Will they self correct before they hit the Titanic iceberg? I certainly hope so because I do think a world without the E is not good for any wrestler. Because again, competition breeds greatness. So when you got the biggest, largest company failing, and they fail in a major way, that will influence the market in a bunch of different ways. That's it. All right, guys, we did it. We did it.
We
Over an
went
hour in.
around the horn.
And now we can move right along to something that doesn't suck complete donkey dick. NXT.
NXT.
Hey, nah.
I didn't watch it, so y'all are gonna be educating me.
Oh well.
What the
Get
hell,
ready,
wise man?
What the hell do you think I've been doing? I just went on a whole rant about how I don't like the product right now, and this shit's been fucking boring. And you
But
think I'm gonna watch the developmental?
It's
Yeah,
NXT.
well, yeah,
It's
because-
still the best shit on television.
It's
and it's been.
cheeks.
It got trashed for
VH
2
like
weeks.
it's cheeks.
Look, NXT got questionable for 2 weeks, and then they heard me say, I don't know about that. They said, nigga, what?
Hey,
And that might have been the
heard that
sour
shit
taste because I tuned in like 2 weeks ago and that shit was ass.
Yeah, NXT had 2 weeks of mid, and they was like,
oh
nah.
hell no.
They was like, nah, them let me book niggas is talking too much shit. We gotta
Yeah, turn it up.
we gotta get back to our
Turn it
shit.
up. Sean was like, what? And he went pure Van Damme blood sport style. And it was
With
great.
the pin. Yeah.
Yes, it's been great. So, where do we start? Because they're building for Worlds Collide. You got Evolve talent flowing in and out. Sean Legacy, and the Vanity Project. You got new swapped out champions. You got one of your hottest, biggest stars, the TNA champion. Where do we start? I literally don't know. NXT is incredible right now.
I feel like starting with like the build to Worlds Collide is just a perfect place to start. Like,
Okay.
because that fatal 4-way for the North African American Championship is going to be, I'm going to say, the best match, at least of the quarter, right now in wrestling. Yeah, Wise Man, I said it. You give me Ethan Page, Laredo Kid, Ray Phoenix, and Javon Evans in the same match. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
I'll let you have that for now. That's
Come
fine.
on. Come on.
I mean,
That's fine.
I don't know.
I'll say it right now. I promise you it'll be better.
Happened.
It'll be better than the Blood and Guts match, and it'll be better than Ospreay and Hangman. Flat out. I'll say it right now.
Wow.
I'll say it right now.
Blood and Guts, or if you're talking about Anarchy in the Arena, then yes.
Whatever. What the fuck
if
ever.
you want to say. See, and that tells me you got to know the product to
Blood
properly,
and Blood
to
and the
properly
Anarchy
debate it.
in the arena, in the stadium of the Owen Hart Classic. What the fuck ever they want to call it.
Look, if I'm watching it, you know, I get it. I get it. I watch both products. You don't necessarily watch the AEW product like that. So E differently. E watches parts, you know, here and there. Sometimes if it's really good shit, you know, he takes it straight in the vein and slaps that shit. The other times it's like, you know,
get it out.
Toss it out. Yeah.
What is this, Reggie?
Fucking Danhausen on my screen. Get this shit out of here. Yeah. It's here and there. So I'm not gonna down anything that hasn't happened yet, just because then you would just be a hating ass nigga at that
let
point.
me ask you this. Do you think, unlike Dub, or contrary to Dub, do you think this does not have the capability of being anywhere in the atmosphere of Hangman Ospreay?
Absolutely, it does. It's got Javon Evans and Ray Phoenix. Yeah, it's got the potential. It's not the people that are in the match; it's the company that's hosting the match.
Gotcha.
If this match went down in AAA without them buying it, it would be a completely different match. But now that they're under WWE ownership, it's not going to be the same thing. Just unfortunately. So if you're trying to compare it to old AAA shit, don't, because it's not going to be. This is basically going to be a NXT main event level type deal. It's going to be a really good match. It's going to be entertaining, but you're going to get, like I said, with all the luchadors and Javon Evans and shit, you're going to get a lot of high flying, flashy jump roping, you know, tope con hilos and all that shit. So
basically SmackDown on steroids, because they was lit.
Basically, you're going to get a SmackDown on steroids match.
Yeah, that match looks fantastic. I don't know what they do or how they do it. I suspect if Ray Phoenix can't calm down, there will be 17 more botches, but it'll still be fun, because even when he botches, it just looks crazy. He'll fall on his leg. I don't care. Go run some tight ropes. Jump out, break somebody's neck. He doesn't care. So whatever. It's great.
Ray Phoenix got a win on NXT. When's the last time you saw Ray Phoenix actually pick up a win?
His debut.
Yeah.
Like the second match after his debut.
This is how I know he's not winning that North American title, because Ray Phoenix only fails up.
Wait,
Ray
Dragon
Phoenix?
Lee or
Or
Ray Phoenix?
Dragon Lee, I'm sorry.
You
Lee.
switched up the Mexicans.
Wow.
Okay, got you. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Completely different names and looks, but
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
whatever.
I'm sorry. Ray Phoenix is the reason they might fire Dragon Lee. My bad.
Too close,
That's
Brown.
crazy.
I think so.
I mean,
I think they're way too closely branded to have both of them at the same time.
yeah, I was gonna
Dragon
say,
Lee and
without
Ray
being
Phoenix
racist.
are too closely branded.
Look at their
Without-
mask. Look
without
at their
being racist,
movesets.
their masks are like
Their mask
there's
and
too many
movesets
people
are
that
very
look
similar.
exactly
Neither of them
similar
have
with
tattoos.
masks. I hear what he's saying.
Completely
as
different
much as-
build,
Like-
completely different entrance,
Like
completely
if
different.
Ray Phoenix
gear.
wore a jacket to the ring, they'd be the same person. Dragon Lee wears the
What?
jacket. Like, I'm telling you.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Maybe this is why I got like a different vision of this. What's the first time you saw a Phoenix match?
Lucha Underground.
Okay. How long ago? Like which one? Because I got
Which
different
one?
visions
I watched
of Ray
damn near
Phoenix.
all. I watched damn near all of Lucha Underground. So
Okay,
Right.
So
Who
you've been
cares?
watching it for a while.
Right
I can
now.
differentiate the
don't
Ray
ca-
Phoenix from
Look,
Dragon Lee.
I know what
that's-
Shaq looked like in '92. The fuck does that mean?
What you
Shaq
mean?
right now looks like fucking Michael Clark Duncan. That looks like Stop.
You can differentiate those two just because they black don't mean you.
Two
Come on
big
now.
black milk dud head ass.
So you
niggas.
telling me if Dragon Lee wore a red mask, similar color to the red mask that Ray Phoenix normally wears, you'd be like, oh yeah, completely different, totally
Even with
different,
the-
100%.
even with
I
the,
would
like,
never
Chad
ever get them
Hale thing
confused.
behind it. Because
This sounds racist.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, what? Yes,
much
I
as-
would
Imagine
get
that.
them
Not
confused.
racist.
Imagine
Ray Phoenix and Dragon
Ray
Lee used to be on the same roster. They used to be on the same roster.
I
Yes,
know. I
can
got
tell
him
them apart.
confused then too. I was totally confused because Ray Phoenix hadn't been on TV for so long
Right.
that the
That's
first
not
time I
Lucha
saw
House
Dragon
Party.
Lee, I thought he was Ray Phoenix. I didn't realize he wasn't Ray Phoenix until he told me that Dragon Lee was Rush's brother.
That's not Lucha House Party.
Next topic. Next topic.
Like,
For
what are we
real.
talking about here? Like me and E are
Nothing.
not racist
Right.
because we
I
pick
didn't
these
say you
guys
were
who have
racist.
similar masks, similar build,
Yes.
similar move sets, and like no tattoos and like
Yeah.
what are we
I'm
talking
with you.
about here?
Similar
I'm
move
with you.
sets. They both are luchadors, but they all wrestle the same. Come on now.
This
Oh
guy,
my God.
this
All
guy.
right.
What?
I don't.
The
I don't-
only
don't
two
see
moves
Lucha.
Dragon Lee has in his move set that Ray Phoenix doesn't have is that power bomb and Project
And the
Dragon.
tightrope.
That's it.
Tightrope rope.
Other than that,
No,
they have pretty much the
tightrope
exact same
work,
move.
He don't run the tightrope.
You don't run the tightrope. Dragon
Okay.
Lee does a bunch of more power moves.
Okay,
I've
alright.
seen
Power
this
bomb.
nigga
The
launch
power
it.
bomb. That's
Oh,
one part of
whoa.
it. Stop it. Stop it.
Anyway,
We'll
Stop
break it down one day. It's
Yeah.
okay.
yeah. If look, all I'm saying is if Dragon Lee punched you in the dick and you seen Ray Phoenix coming down the street, you might want to get your get back. I don't know.
That's a fair take.
If
That's
Liam
the-
Neeson
If
seen
Dragon Lee commits a
Dragon Lee-
crime and they put out the APB, Ray
Liam
Phoenix might
Neeson
stay
is-
home that night. Is all I'm saying.
Right.
That's all
You
I'm
wanna be holding
saying.
newspapers
I
with
think they're
Paramount.
both
That's all.
awesome.
That's all.
But
Dragon Lee
You
looks like
confused the
Ray
two.
Phoenix.
back to my original point.
I'm gonna do the Spider-Man meme of both of them just pointing at each other like,
Please
"Oh."
do. Dragon Lee winning that match tells me he's not gonna win at Worlds Collide because he only fails up. Because I definitely thought had he lost that match on NXT, he was gonna main event SummerSlam somehow because that's how Dragon Lee has been moving ever since.
I wouldn't doubt it. Well, from one transition to another, JC Jane, NXT Women's Champion, but for how long? How long do we see this happen again?
JC Jane is so transitional that they brought out a chick that no one had ever seen before, not in Evolve or nowhere else, to be the first person to say, yeah, I could take that belt off of you. They grab somebody out the crowd and say, yo, you want to be champ? Go tell the champ she ain't shit.
They put a Santino Morella. Go get this nigga out the crowd. Come
Like,
fight for a title.
I've been watching Evolve pretty much since it started, and I was the first one to the group chat, like, who the fuck is Laney Rain? What is going on here?
Who is that? Wait,
Mhm.
that's who came out and
Yeah.
challenged her.
Oh
for a
yeah,
title
Vice Man,
shot?
you didn't watch. So when JC
She
Jane
walked
did
out
Some
the
her,
random
crowd.
chick.
I thought she was an audience member. She's like,
or a new interviewer,
you look beatable. I was like, who are you? Did I miss have I been watching the Tubi version and I didn't see like some progression backstage? Like they showed a bunch of the generic hoes backstage, and I was like, she wasn't a part of that. It was very weird. And I was like, okay, I don't know who this is, but okay.
So for the
And
wise
she
man,
said-
and for anybody else that didn't watch NXT on Tuesday, JC Jane comes out, does her championship celebration,
Okay.
gives an okay promo, not bad, not great, not super memorable, but in the
But
middle
the
of
crowd
it,
didn't know who the fuck she was.
out of the crowd
really
comes Laney Rain with a microphone and says, literally, you're the most beatable champion ever, and I'm calling my shot. And before the crowd could say, who the fuck are you? I believe Jada Parker comes out in a fit that made E-Ray
No, no,
lose
no,
his
no,
mind.
no. Wait. It was Shalola Spice Vic that came out.
Was it okay?
Yes. First.
Lola came out and said, no, I'm
Straight
getting my
in.
shot next. And then Jordan Grace comes out.
Yes.
And then Jada Parker comes out. I remember now because Jada's like, y'all had
Yeah.
y'all shot. No, it's my turn now.
You said, hey, you don't remember nothing else. You just
Yeah, I don't remember much else, but I had to go back and read it because I just woke up like 20 minutes later, Kelani Jordan comes out there and says, "Yeah, I've already beaten JC Jane." And then as they get ready to start arguing,
okay.
well, no, because they've all just kind of made their claim. What's old girl from Chase U?
Thea Hale.
Thea Hale comes out of nowhere and just starts throwing hands with Jada, and it begins to just start a fight all around the ring, and then lights go out.
AEW style.
And who's standing on that random raised platform?
Oh, this is Mariah May. I know this one. I know this
Mariah
one.
May.
Because the AEW spot. They did the AEW spot.
The full AEW spot.
I thought that was the Obafemi spot.
No, AEW turns the lights off for anybody. Mystic, not Mystic. Just like,
no, yeah, they only turn the lights off on Obafemi when somebody's about to come jump him, because if you square up an Obafemi one-on-one,
shot, put your face
die.
off.
Oh, I thought you meant just like the balcony spot. I thought that was like the dedicated Obafemi spot. He'd be like, fucking
when he have his promos.
Shit to niggas.
Yeah.
No.
I will destroy you. Woof.
That was crazy.
Talking about me no more. That was wild.
That was incredible. Why did you not try for Black Panther 3? Why? You definitely could
definitely could play M'Baku's cousin.
Oh, I need a little more melanin. They didn't buy it. They didn't buy it.
We'll sorta forever or whatever you guys say. Hey, is there a Wingstop
Well, sorta.
Shit. In Wakanda? That would be a great place for. Anyway,
that'd be dope.
Mariah May pops out and the crowd goes wild. I will say, stunned. Absolutely.
I wasn't stunned.
Why? I called this.
Did you?
Yes.
I think me and Dub were having a nice debate on, because Evolution is coming up, the women's Evolution, and it was like, oh, Mariah May has dropped all her AEW things, and she's a free agent now. When they debut her, and I was like, well, she should pop out at Money in the Bank, but if they wait, Dub was like, they should wait till Evolution, and then she pops out with whoever champion, blah 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 blah. And they said, oh no, we need to get this rolling. We married. WWE's married now, so they
went full BA.
Get it over with.
Explode.
Look, as soon as I knew Jordan and Julia and Stephanie were main roster bound, I knew Mariah May was popping up.
Well.
Because I even said it. I said, look, because they were like, well, who are you going to leave the title on? And I asked Dub. He said they need an anchor in NXT. And I said, Mariah May is that anchor. I knew she was gonna do it. If she doesn't get that belt before Evolution, it's going to probably be at Evolution.
So it's funny you say that, Wise Man, because Jordan Grace is still there. To my point, and I said Jordan needs to be that anchor, and Mariah coming in as the new one, like either shotgun her to the top or have her build up or whatever. But I think Jordan's still going to be that anchor, and I think Jordan's going to be the one to take that belt off of JC Jane, however they do it. Because honestly, on Tuesday, they made it seem like JC Jane about to lose that title in the fucking Battle Royal.
Yeah, when somebody comes out that nobody even knows and said, oh, you a bitch, I can beat you. Do you know how disrespectful that is?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's just like, imagine this. You got a fine ass woman, you out on the town, and some nigga come up look like, oh, you look weak, I could beat your ass and take your girl. That's basically what just happened on live TV. They just called you that much of a scrub and that they could take your belt. And you ain't offended by that at all? Oh, hell no. That'd piss me the fuck off.
Yeah, if I was JC Jane, I'd have been like, can we at least have Jordan Grace come out first?
Exactly. Give me some type of respect. Like, make it a formidable opponent. Like,
did she even get back on the microphone after all of that stuff?
No.
That's what I thought.
It was too many people.
Too much going on.
Too many people.
Who's she gonna speak over? Jordan Grace, Jada Parker? Who?
Yeah, she won.
Like New Day. Who? Nobody.
Yeah, E-Ray saw Jada Parker was out here making decisions.
Executive
Those
decisions.
pants were a choice.
Not the first time she's worn them. Sorry.
BA.
BA knows.
Yeah, get out.
You're ready for man.
He's not
No,
wrong.
we're
He's not
not.
wrong. I believe it was in March is when she brought those pants off the first time.
Yo,
See,
At
he's
least
got the
it's-
buff.
yo.
At least it's better than the cum pants. The cum pants were fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, those were nuts.
Those were fucking crazy. The BA knows what I'm talking about. Come on,
Yeah.
don't act like
Yeah,
y'all
it
don't
was
know what the
last
fuck
week's
is-
episode. I literally sent it to
She's
you
no,
guys.
she's
like,
worn
did
those
y'all
multiple
see what
times.
y'all see what I'm seeing
No,
here?
she's worn them shits
That's
multiple
gear, though.
times. You
That
said
makes
what?
it worse.
The drip.
That make literal, yeah.
That Scott Hall
Yeah.
drip.
That
Yeah.
okay. No, that's
Stop, no,
that's
no.
end of black drip. That's what that is.
In the black.
You would know.
That's wrap up the scene dripped. Like, yeah, that's a
Wow.
completely different.
That's the Monet shot.
That's dope.
Oh,
Let's go get a rag drip right there.
I shouldn't have said that.
Here's a towel. Wipe
You got the
yourself
rubber.
up.
You got the
Wipe
rubber
yourself
blanket.
off. I'm good. uh,
Sponsored by Squirtopia. No.
Nice.
Okay.
Squirtopia.
Made a whole jingle.
Okay. All right, let me try to reel
okay.
this back in here.
guys, NXT, TNA, Evolve. We need to discuss this. How are they failing so hard on the main roster to engage us with anything? It's like it's a fucking layup with heel John Cena, and they are just miserably failing us. Yet they have
Dwayne's fault.
they have cultivated this TNA, NXT, Evolve, fucking AAA shit where NXT is like a anchor being for all these other wrestling promotions, and it is starting to make us leach out and go out of your comfort zone. We already watching 762 hours of wrestling. Now adding some TNA.
If you told me 6 years ago that on a Tuesday night I would be clamoring for Santana to win a world title singles match on NXT, I'd be like, you're fucking insane. I'm having you committed right now. But here we are. And we talked about it in the group chat. I was so convinced that Santana was winning that title on Tuesday because if there's one thing about that man, when he speaks, he sounds like he believes every word that's coming out of his mouth.
He is the realest Boricua.
From the Bronx.
Yeah.
BX.
Not Zelina
And-
Vega? No? Okay.
Well,
My bad.
being
Well,
the
I mean,
realest
if there's one more week
Boricua,
should have a title right now, it is
that is
Santana.
Trick Williams.
Definitely not Zelina Vega. They got to get that title off her.
Glad we
immediately.
agree.
Like immediately.
No comment. I won't do that.
She
I ain't
getting
gonna do that.
Stevie Stone pops. That is get that title off of her,
Crickets.
please. Crickets.
Bad booking.
At this point, give her a Stevie Stone song. Like you can't go worse than the pop she gets right now.
You gotta give her a signifier. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Back
Sorry,
to what I
yeah.
was saying. NXT, TNA, Evolve.
Oh yeah.
Highlight
yeah.
of NXT. Trick Williams possible best match, maybe? Question mark.
It's up there.
Most entertaining one in a long time at the very least.
It's up there.
For sure. And we were like, oh, he's
It's a Trick
definitely
Williams
losing.
match.
And yeah, they have talent. They had Elias, aka Elijah, just in the crowd sitting there, and I'm like, dog, this is so good. Like it's so fun, and the NXT build and all this stuff. It makes me like the Forbidden Door. This is the real Forbidden Door. I am watching the random people from TNA or the cast-offs that got eviscerated and thrown off the plank, just coming back like, hey, Steve Francis. Or
AJ
whatever his
Francis.
name is.
AJ Francis.
Steve Francis.
Whatever.
Steve
Who cares?
Stevie
Franchise.
Franchise. Rockets
He's the
legend.
franchise. Yeah, just like old dude from from Illinois.
Oh, Juice
Come on, Juice
Williams.
Williams?
My nigga Juice.
Juice.
Yeah, him and Stevie
Still has a
franchise.
billboard outside of Chicago.
Stevie
Shout out to Juice
franchise
Williams.
loves TNA. Anyway, AJ Francis and just the most random people that you're like, oh shit, they are in TNA now.
They are still
Completely
alive.
different gimmick, and here we go. Fantastic. Again, Santana. He is to me. He is if wrestling was Pokemon, he is the evolution of Eddie Kingston. Like I don't know how to I don't even know how to say it. It's crazy where I'm like, oh, you're Eddie Kingston evolved into Santana Boricua. It's great. It's the same. They have literally the same wrestling attire, but because he just is cooler, it just looks
So
better
Eddie
on him.
Kingston wears like wooden jewelry. Santana's full platinum Jesus pieces. I
Eddie
see it.
Kingston has like the dad bod try to suck in your gut tank top. What's his name got the 50 Cent bulletproof vest going on. It's literally it. You can see it. But they still wear the same colored belt because that's the through line between the Zapdos to the great. But again, fantastic, extremely entertaining TNA championship that looks fantastic on NXT television. And I was like, I am really into this. So it's working. I've been looking for I found Access TV. I am going to tune in. I was like, when does this shit come on? Because it came on today. I think from the last week's episode, which I missed. I was salty. So I was like, I wanted to watch today, but I'm dedicated to this pod. So I'm not. So I'll watch it tomorrow though, for show. Until my switch comes or something. But regardless, I'm thinking this it's working for me. Ariana Grace was in TNA, makes her debut back on NXT TV. I love this partnership. I am a big fan of it. Tell me why I'm wrong. Anyone. Give me the reason why I'm just fucking out of my mind. Because I love this. This is like the best thing ever to me.
About the partnership?
Yes.
No, I mean there's nothing wrong with it.
It's fire.
And that's kind of why we get such a stark difference, and why I'm like so not mad at WWE but disappointed. Is because
Damn.
main roster, you basically get all this good shit with the NXT, TNA, Evolve because it's not the moneymaker. If something fucks up
Mm,
or it crashes, they don't really lose much. So they have the freedom to do all these things that professional wrestling is built on and known
true.
for. And you can give these entertaining, weird, wacky storylines and crossovers and all that shit. You do that shit. That's why they're not doing it the main roster, because there's billions built into that. They can't afford to fuck that up, or else they're gonna lose a shitload of money.
But
So,
but that's the thing when you're too scared to make any changes and you become the status quo once again, it just fails. Everything you can think about when we tuned into wrestling, it was because something kind of changed or broke the fourth wall or it was like,
or
whoa,
it
is
evolved.
that
It
real?
became different. It
Yeah.
Yeah.
grew. It
He's
expanded.
evolved.
Exactly. That's what I'm
It
saying. It's like, and it's like you said, it becomes the status quo. It gets boring. It gets traditional. You can
mhm.
start calling out every match.
50
Oh,
50
you
booking.
know by the fucking entrances who's gonna win a Monday Night Raw match. I'm
Yep.
not
True.
invested in that shit. Like that's why I like watching wrestling to where it's like two niggas come out and I have no fucking clue who's gonna win. I don't know if this dude's gonna beat the shit out of him, if they're gonna be
Exhibition
a squash
theater.
match, or if this is gonna be an
Sorry.
hour long banger. So I don't know. And
Yeah.
that's the good thing about NXT. You can get a match to where JC Jane wins a fucking world title on a random Tuesday, or Mike Santana and Trick Williams battle for the TNA title on a random Tuesday or a
Or,
random Thursday.
or
So,
Ethan Page
or exactly that's
crushes a
the
man's larynx
that was the type of
and
shit.
then
It's
takes the
like
title from him.
exactly that's the type of
Great.
shit I miss in the main roster. It's like
Never
you
happens.
used to you used to be able to tune into Monday Night Raw back in '06, and Cena just might lose his fucking title out of nowhere. Like you never
Take it
know.
back further. You could have tuned into a Monday Night Raw in 2000 and Mankind wins the title. You're like, what the fuck is happening? That's what's missing. It's a lot of the setup for a PLE that
It's
also
safe.
does not exactly. It's so safe that it's like this is boring. So
I need some shit to where when I look at the card, I'm like, what the fuck are you thinking? And
or I don't know which way this is going to go. Like
and
I have
exactly
no idea.
clueless.
Like how are they going to do this? They're both so good. Neither one of them can lose. That's the type of feeling, or like, oh, this is just fun. I don't know how are they going to play this, and I think NXT constantly gives us that. They have
Exactly.
now with TNA cross pollinating. It's like, oh, this is so fun because clearly when you watch TNA, it still feels like TNA. It doesn't feel like NXT light. And then when you watch NXT, it still feels like NXT, but the people from TNA feel bigger in some way. I don't know. I can't explain it, but I'm really enjoying this. So I think this has been masterful. A lot of people came like, "Oh my god, they what is TNA doing? What is TNA getting out of this?" Mad
Everything.
exposure. Like this is
Mad
Everything.
exposure.
it's
Mhm.
incredible because
They was
again,
never getting a world champion on the CW on a Tuesday.
right.
You see how many seats they sold to their fucking pay-per-views, bro? They're putting 10,000 plus inside of buildings now.
Yeah,
Like I
That
remember
was quick.
a
TNA is
few
big.
years
Quick
ago when I was
turnaround.
talking about they need to sell that shit, they was putting like what 3 to 5 thousand for a hard to kill pay-per-view. Like they were
A
doing
few years
house
ago,
show numbers for their pay-per-views.
I think it was last year, either last year or the year before. I seen Mia Yim in downtown Texas because she was on the roster in TNA, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, TNA is here." I think that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, they did a hard to kill like
Yeah,
2 years ago, 2023, I think it was.
I was
Mickey
downtown
James was
just
still there, all
day
that
drinking.
shit.
I was like Mia Yim. I was like, "Oh, that was." I was like,
Brother, this
"Wait, other one's
past
here?"
fall, they had a pay-per-view in downtown Detroit, and it was $25 open seating.
Yeah, we was about to go, but I
We was,
forget what
we was
happened.
gonna go.
That sounds
Then
like
I
a Wrestle
realized
Revolver show.
They decided too much gas. That's how not must see it was. Versus now where you're like, oh, they got some shit going, and it does everything that they're doing right. NXT can shine a light on it and expose that, and that helps bring that back to the brand. Because like you said, you just took a NXT lifer, and now I'm like, oh, all right, I'm cheating. I'm rubbernecking, looking at what's that TNA looking like, and Dub had been on here a trillion times trying to get me to watch Bizarro Frankenstein and shit. And I was like, no,
The
I don't care.
PCO's kissing the goth chick. You
Yeah,
gotta see this shit, man.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I told
that's
him
my
never.
kind of tea today.
because it was funny.
No,
Like
no.
I was on board with that because it was funny, but I was on here telling y'all, I'm like, yo, this Joe Hendry dude, there's something special going on here. And I mean, we've all been Chris Bay fans for forever, get well
Right.
soon.
Get well soon.
Him and Ace Austin were doing incredible things over there. But yeah, like, and I
Man,
think
I'm
that's one of the
so
cool things
sick
about
that
it.
he can't because he would be the guy
Oh,
that would
the
fucking
ultimate finesser
oh
in NXT.
Oh, y'all know Ace Austin probably gonna go to NXT, right?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. I hope y'all knew that.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, cool,
that news is out.
but
Yeah.
Chris Bay
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
different.
But Iran, to your original point, like how the main roster is missing, and NXT and this TNA partnership is so great. I just want to just hit the rewind button. I know I've hit it before on this pod tonight, talking about the Chobani Chamber. But if you remember when we started this pod, what we were doing was shitting on the main roster product and talking about the greatness that was the prime black and gold era. So
So not
Full
if they got to
circle.
struggle a little bit,
not much has changed.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that. And now that now the AEW has now found its footing and it's now on the streamers. So now we have to miss it every time we pod. We can actually go back and watch it if it becomes worth watching. And now TNA has
Still
been
waiting on that
legit
one,
become
brother.
the second brand that it was always supposed to be because it's better than AEW.
Mm.
Hell,
I'm just trying to get a. I'm just
Oh
trying to
no,
get a
no, no,
rise
no.
out
That
of
that
my
that
man.
just deflected. That was such obvious bullshit. That just bounced right off of me. That was that Man of
I
Steel.
telegraphed it too much.
Yeah, that was too
Alright.
much. That was too much.
Look,
But it's true.
everything is going down in NXT. So this weekend we got Worlds Collide and we got Money in the Bank.
Yes.
And then I did want to talk. I don't. It's not worth talking about. We can close out, but just to show you how out of touch TKO is, they're attempting to counter program AEW in Atlanta with Saturday night's main event with the Women's Evolution pay-per-view, and it was something else.
A Beyonce concert
No,
right across the street.
That was it. It was Saturday night's main event and Evolution on that weekend in Atlanta.
Oh, I thought it was like one other show of some sort. I can't remember.
And they're
But-
trying to counter program
Yeah.
All In. And they fucking forgot that there's a Beyonce concert happening in Atlanta at the same damn time. Future Voice.
Like blocks away, if I'm not mistaken. Like not too far away.
Yes, they are going to. Yeah, WWE is going to be in the Hawks Arena. Beyonce is going to be down the street in the Falcons Arena.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, let me go to this black ass city in this black ass state and run
there
an
are
all
things you
women's
avoid-
pay-per-view across the street from fucking Beyonce. Like, yeah, that'll
If
work.
there are things you avoid in entertainment, it is Beyonce releases, it is Taylor Swift releases, it is the mythical release of GTA 6. And that's the list.
This is a fact.
Those are the things you avoid if you're in entertainment.
Which just goes to show TKO, you out of the loop. WWE, very out of touch. Not great.
Part of the reason they moved this Marvel calendar back is because they were worried about GTA 6. They have moved entire album release schedules around this Cardboard Carter shit. Like,
Hey, Drake moved out the way for Taylor Swift.
there's certain things you just don't
Damn,
compete with.
We bigger than Beyonce. All right, we'll see.
Yeah.
All women,
All
Yeah,
right.
women.
Sure. Sure.
All right.
Who
When
you think gonna
State
show
Farm
up?
Arena is looking as empty as a Hawks game. Yeah.
Ain't
It's
nobody
gonna be
going to
tough.
watch that shit, man.
It's gonna
It's
be
Ain't
tough.
terrible.
nobody, bro.
Looking like a collision.
Now that is
For
accurate.
For real.
Anywho, speaking of,
You know, in all
things-
honesty, now that I'm thinking about it, I might have to catch a flight down to Atlanta just to get on the seat filler list because there's gonna be so many people that can't show up because they stuck in traffic.
you'll
all I
be
gotta do is just be
first
there.
in line. You be first.
Just be there.
Please sit front row.
Money in the Bank. Fill those seats. They got some stuff going on. Let's make this quick. We don't even have to do too much. What are the matches that we got? Who do we like?
I'm pulling up the card. All right, so let's see here.
I know the women's Money in the Bank match looks crazy. The men's, not so much.
Nah.
Yeah, it's a little the
Men's
women
little
should main
mid.
event if we're being honest. That should be the final
facts.
fucking match of the night.
It won't be, but big facts.
Right now we got all right. So you want to start from the singles matches and then go through to the Money in the Banks
Yeah.
because we only got two singles
We ain't
matches.
got to touch on them. Paul. too long.
All right, Lyra
ready.
and Becky. Who you got?
I think Becky takes his belt here.
I think Lyra retains.
I think Becky takes it with somebody coming to be her big. I like that
baby.
idea. Yeah.
Because I think the money is going to be in a build towards Becky versus Bailey at SummerSlam for that belt. But I think Becky needs to take it here.
That's pretty good. I'm just
Oh, that
biased,
sounded like
so.
a stinker to me, but all right.
Because you be hating on Bailey.
BBL Bailey. Yeah, she back in the gym. She working it. I like it.
I think Lyra retains. So
Lyra
yeah,
retains.
not
Split-
much to
split
talk
crowd.
about there.
Let's go.
All right. We got Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Basic ass tag team match.
Yeah, who cares?
I don't really give a shit. I'm gonna say
Feels
baby
win,
faces.
This
Shenanigans.
match feels so just whatever.
Yeah.
It feels like Saturday night's main event. part two.
Right,
Like, what-
man. Like, what is this match? Like, come on.
It would have been more interesting if it actually was Travis Scott. So that way we would be
Ding.
I want
wonder
to see how
what-
Travis Scott wrestles. Like,
That's
is
it.
this nigga ass? Is he great?
That
Like,
literally would be the draw. Nothing
Ding.
else. So
Ding.
you got me.
Ding.
I don't care about this.
All right.
Fiend.
We're gonna go. Let's do the men's Money in the Bank. You got let's see, Samoan Suge Knight, Lawrence Anthony Knight, Penta, Seth Rollins, El Idolo, and El Grande Americano.
Man,
Who,
that-
Man, he
Mexican
got a busy
legend,
weekend.
El Grande Americano.
He about to win the
That is
AAA belt and the
mid.
money in the briefcase.
You see it. You see it. Mexicans working hard in LA this weekend.
That'd be
That
funny.
is
Yeah,
Mid-city madness. That match is.
I would
like,
have
it's gonna
somebody
be
else
fire,
work the
but-
El Grande Americano gimmick and then have Chad Gable try to cash in on him to get the AAA title.
Oh,
Just for
that would
one
be
night,
crazy.
one quick match, how to have him cash in on him. But with this one, who did it say? We said the obvious pick was Seth. I'm going solo, like I said before. I'm going solo. Start the baby facification of Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
I like that solo pick.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say
Yeah,
Seth,
I mean.
but I'm gonna go with solo as well. I like the solo pick.
All right, we all gas, no breaks, brothers. What you going with, E?
I'm with that.
You
I-
with
I
that?
feel
All
like
right, we got
makes more. It makes so much sense because of the character work he's doing, the development of this annoying heel guy. He's like, again, his character reminds me of Omarion and Fat Albert. It's so funny. It's so annoying, like over the top annoying. It's great. Yeah,
Dub.
solo.
So y'all are going ahead and booking this like you're not disappointed in the WWE product and expecting to not be disappointed anymore. Seth's winning this. Let's be real.
Ugh.
Look, this
For
is going
that
to
reason,
be
because BA said ill, like that is the reason Seth is winning this because they're not on a good streak of booking things right now.
That's a
But in
I'm
all
giving it the
seriousness,
benefit of
Seth
the
winning
doubt.
this briefcase and at some point cashing in on Jay protects Jay of not taking a clean loss if they ever want to heat him back up to get that world title. But again, like I said, we need to get to Seth and Punk for this belt. It needs to happen.
Hey,
That's how you get there.
not for
Like,
nothing.
we need to get there sooner
Jay
than
been
later.
in the gym. He's starting to build that main event body pause, but that like he's
No, Jay got it. Jay has
No, like,
everything you
if-
need to be a main eventer now.
He's getting more tattoos and more muscles. He's like, look, I seen him. He's been working with Braun Breaker, and you can see the changes in his physique again. It's interesting. Like these are the things I pay close attention to. So I still think he's going to lose that belt.
Yeah, Jay has all the things now. He just has to lose
Now
that belt because that's the
yeah.
story they're telling right now.
Facts. So it could come back around, but I think him and Sammy it would be a fantastic something. It has to happen eventually, but yeah.
So I
right
think that's
now-
how he loses the belt. I think he has a match with Sammy, and the
goes
match is
bad.
so crazy, and then Seth cashes in on him after that match with Sammy.
I don't hate
That's
that.
how I would book it.
So that means it's absolutely not gonna happen because WWE is in the shitter right now. Okay, great.
So
we
you
got the
like what I
women's-
you
Jay
like my
Uso
idea.
is
Thank you.
champion. I do agree.
Why do you hate Jey Uso so much?
As world, it
He's literally one of the most over guys in the company.
He just don't like him as
The
word.
people love his matches. The people
don't-
love his entrance.
I think someone
He
who's
moves
world
merch.
champion should be able to put on world championship matches. I have not seen a world championship match from Jey Uso that was worthy. Straight up. Intercontinental,
You know this is fake-
Intercontinental,
you know this is
all
fake
day.
fighting, right? You
All
know
day.
this is fake fighting, right?
I do.
All right, just
Yeah, but
making
there's-
sure.
There's
I'm
still
not
that it
mad
doesn't
at
matter
that,
if it's
but again, it's
predetermined. You
also
still
not
have to
booked.
have the skill to pull off the wrestling and make it believable and entertaining.
So this is where we differ because I definitely think he has the skill to do so. I just think what they're doing and trying to tell
It's entertaining
these
enough that
stories,
people are bought in enough that they
It's-
put the
it's
world
just
title
like-
on him.
yeah. I mean,
That's why I said
again,
me. That's why I said
style
me.
wise, styles
Hey.
make fights. I think him and Sammy would go crazy if they gave him the time. I think him versus his own brother will go crazy given the time. But are they going to do that? And I know they won't because like let's ride on our cash cows now while we got them, Seth and the big names, because we pushing everybody else's main names out of here. So yeah, no, it's not going to happen. But regardless, all right, women's.
We have
Ooh, I'm excited.
Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez. Shout out to E.
Roxanne.
Rhea Ripley,
you
The
see
beautiful
mommy.
madness, Julia. Shout out to her promo skills. Approach with
Why?
caution,
Why?
Naomi,
What?
and Stephanie Vacour.
This was tough.
I got,
I'm about to pick Naomi. Got
that
to.
would be fantastic. But
That's because I
already
want
know.
that's what I want to happen.
Yeah, I know. I pick with my heart. I don't know how to pick with stupid ass WWE logic. My brain won't.
I ain't there
shift.
yet. I used to
I
know
ain't there
Vince's
yet,
stuff
yeah.
like the back of my
Back of your
hand.
fucking hand.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This stuff I can't even call yet, so
Yeah, 'cause-
I can't make sense
'cause
of
The
it.
Rock
Well,
will
we-
come down and
The
then
back of your
knock
hand is
you up
very
again.
disgusting, then, BA.
You gotta make sense out of it real quick. I mean, look, are we
Strong
picking?
hand.
Are we picking Alexa Bliss? What has Alexa Bliss done
I
within the
would
last
love-
year?
I mean,
Had a
Alexa
baby.
Bliss is probably one of the most over women on the roster, and she
But
ain't did much. That's
she ain't did
crazy.
shit on screen, but got cracked in and pushed one out, and then with
Cracked
like
in.
2 or 3 matches.
It's a boy.
That's nuts. Alexa Bliss has the infinite Bray rug, and she's also wait, that was crazy. And she's just like a fun character, and she's actually good at character. So she's somebody that we wanted to see back, and yeah, I love it, but no, it's not happening. Stephanie Vacar, they gonna throw her in her first Money in the Bank, but her and Julia gonna cancel each other out. Naomi would be excellent. I would love that, but I feel like that's too much like right. So
I feel like
I don't even know.
I feel like it's gonna be Roxanne Perez.
That would be lit.
Because they have
love her.
they have a lot of tendency to cool down the person a little bit who tends to get this briefcase.
Mhm.
And
So
she's
you
been
don't
kind of
expect it.
dabbling in the main roster and around some really big talents the last
You-
few months.
Let me say this: you know what they should have did? Cause just like Andrade feels like really wrong for this match,
Uh-huh.
so does Julia.
Hey,
Take out Julia.
Well, how
Put
does
in-
Andrade feel wrong? He's been in like the last what, 2 or 3 or something
What
like
the
that.
fuck is Andrade doing right now?
Trying to
Putting
convince
the fries in the bag, amigo. I don't know.
Exactly.
Sitting in catering.
So why
Trying to
the
convince
fuck is he
Legado
in
to
this
turn on
match?
Santos.
If
Because we got to have the obligatory sunset flip power bomb onto the ladder spot. Someone's got to take the
that's a
spot.
fact.
I mean,
you gotta have the big black skull mask entrance. Like, oh man, who's that guy with 0 pop? Oh, it's Andrade. Got it. No, Julia feels like that same person. Now, if they really wanted, like, again, this is a stacked card, but if they really wanted to do something, they should have again put Chelsea Green in, and she should have won it. That shit
Broken
would be
face.
nuclear.
Broken face.
I don't care. She got a mask. Put that
Yeah.
goddamn mask
Um.
on. Into her service.
Yeah, the her service.
Yeah. Oh,
so
you said it.
we just
Dub said it
botching
right.
that shit every fucking week.
It's
Yeah.
all E-Ray's fault. I'm going Stephanie Vacar here. I
And
don't.
that is not it. It's Hervis. Secret
The
Hervis.
secret Hervis.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Hervis.
Secret
He
her
said her
service.
service.
Two syllables. Hervis. Hervis.
Hervis.
Yeah, secret her secret service.
We saw Winchester.
It's a Worcestershire sauce
Yeah.
service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oshkosh.
secret squirrel her serve. Yeah,
Whoa.
serving up what? Yeah,
yeah.
Stephanie Vacar. I don't know why.
Did
I
you need
just
it?
Oh, we
Huh.
know why.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. We know why.
You just imagine her doing that to somebody on a ladder.
Yeah, we might get that spot.
I can imagine her doing that in a lot
Hearing
of
Wade
yeah.
Barrett try to hit the it's great. I love. Shout out to Booker T. Booker T is a legend.
Shout out to Booker T.
Legend in 2 games. Booker T created. Never mind. I'm not backtracking. Regardless, Booker T, great job. Oh, sugar nugget. It's great. Thank you, Booker T. The filthiest, sickest, but it's great too because it's such a instant pop. I SVB'd in my pants. Yeah. You think Stephanie's gonna win? So we got Stephanie, Roxanne, and BA. Where you staying?
Naomi.
Okay. See,
This is some good diversity. I like that. All right, we at least
I
got
think Jay's
three
gonna
three different
change it.
answers.
Yeah, I like this. I'll be excited. I'm gonna watch. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna chill and watch this
I'm
and
definitely watching that.
see how the day goes. But
Wait, is that just
excitement.
a 4-match card?
As of right now, yeah.
Well, I guess 2 of them are ladder matches.
Yeah, bookend. There's gonna be something else. They're gonna add something to the last minute. It's gonna put like a. They're gonna throw Zelina Vega out there.
For
Go
what?
do
For
this.
why?
Go do this again. Okay.
Nah, they gotta punish her for breaking Chelsea Green's nose because Chelsea Green should have been in this match.
Damn. Yeah, she was incredible. Shout out to
She
Chelsea
can
Green.
put on the Rip Hamilton mask. She'll be all right.
Yeah, she put the sparkly Rip Hamilton mask on. That's why I thought she was gonna win the title back with the broken nose. But
Win the title back.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she don't need it. But again, she's just so good character wise. I'm
I'd
such a
rather
Chelsea
have
Green fan.
her have the belt still than Zelina Vega.
I honestly
so.
think had she like not broken her nose when she had that rematch, she would have probably been in this match and would have been the favorite to win it because
Yeah,
she's so
for
over.
sure.
She's so
Her
good
time
at
will
what she
come, though.
does.
But guys,
So much better
this
than her
is
husband, Mid
this
Cardona.
is it. We're done. If you like this, thank you. If you don't,
Go to hell.
Fuck
fuck
you.
off.
Fuck your
Yeah,
story.
fuck off. We don't care. Uh, and again, I want to hear. We want to hear your thoughts. If you think WWE is in a great place and is the best it's ever been, and they're trending upward like some of the fucking jerk offs on Twitter that suck Elon Musk's dick all the time, yeah, let us know. Or if you're a rational human being that sees the things are coming to a abrupt uh, end of greatness, and you need your fix elsewhere, I don't blame you. But yeah, let us know. We'd love to hear from you and be more active with the conversation about this because this is something that is ever changing. I can see in the next year or two we'll have to revisit this. But yeah, if they keep going as they're going and not reversing course, this is the Titanic, baby. We're gonna be playing the fucking violin on these mics every week until where's my egg? We're gonna be begging for Vince to come back.
Oh,
Please
Yeah.
buy it. Please buy it.
Right,
Yeah.
please.
Or
And
until
just like a
I don't know,
bison.
man. I don't know. Big pockets. Tony Khan
Big
might
Tony.
come through and
you
let me
mean,
pick
you
that
mean
up.
Shad? Tony,
Hey,
that's not
I said
Tony's
Tony
money.
Khan might come and pick it up with Shad's credit
Daddy,
card.
Daddy,
There you
okay?
go.
There
Can we
you-
buy it, please? Please? Can we, Daddy?
Once you
I need-
stop
I need-
paying that dinosaur, we'll buy it, son.
And Tony Khan gonna come on the next week on Dynamite. I have bought my competition.
Dog,
Same
I would
thing and
be-
everything.
I don't even know what I would do if they just bought. I was like, oh gosh, why is this so bad? Not
Well,
even-
the one
Get
thing you
ready
would
to
do,
learn Battle Cry, brother.
No, you
That's
just,
what you
gotta,
need to do.
you just bet on the Jacksonville Jags under. That's what you do.
That's a fact. Anyway,
You ever watch
Guys.
New Japan, buddy?
at 4:30.
Triple H did tell the roster to start learning Japanese.
I mean, I'm not mad at that.
So have you
Come
ever
on.
heard of pro wrestling, Noah? So that's where you're gonna be for a little bit.
He said, "Hey, look at Tavion Heights. So you got it.
Omasa.
I don't see
Is Omar still employed?
color.
Yeah, absolutely is.
Yes. They sent this nigga to Japan and then made him drop the belt to Noah to bring him back and do absolutely fucking nothing. It's been hilarious. This dude was over in Japan. And
Oh, I
not
could
Hulk
imagine.
Hogan. Not Hulk Hogan. No. He was legitimately
Japan,
over in
brother.
Japan.
He was
And
probably
they
Shout out to-
body
fucked it
slamming
up.
Japanese chicks.
Shout out
Bro.
to Omos, man.
You thought John Moxley fucked up Asian niggas? Nah, Omos was over there massacring Asians. Like,
Oh, I believe it.
Send a link to the chat, brother.
Shout out to Omos, man.
I would love to see that.
They told him to come back home, keep collecting his check, and not do a goddamn thing. Oh, what a dream!
That
I
Shout
think
out
he
Jesus
to
might
that
have
Christ.
guy.
enjoyed it over there. He was like, "Oh, Kobe Bryant." But either way, guys, this has been another episode of Let Me Book the Territory. BA says, "Hey, at least you could be eaten by a Titan, so could be worse.
I'm gonna put that on my tombstone.
Could be worse. Have been eaten by a Titan." Uh, Producer Wise Man Sean says that wasn't a 5-star in the Tokyo Dome. I'll tell you that, brother.
Need the vein slapper.
Yeah, that wasn't a vein slapper. It was a vein grabber. Uh, Dub said,
Oh, pause. Hey, yo.
Somebody asked you about a match. You said it's a real vein grabber.
vein
That's
grabber is
a-
crazy.
That's crazy.
What is a vein grabber?
Nikita
A Willow
Lyons, that's what
Nightingale
it is.
match. That's what that
Oh,
is.
nice.
Uh,
Never mind.
Dub says, "Where am I? What am I even talking about again? I forgot." Regardless, watch TNA and Wrestling Frankenstein. Yeah.
No, he got released. He's future
know.
endeavored.
I
He ain't
know.
even there no more.
But Dub don't care because he lost the point, so he's still gonna say, "Watch Frankenstein."
PCO.
I'm
And
just
he-
saying, Ray Phoenix and Dragon Lee are not that dissimilar.
I
Like
agree,
if they
brother.
did the fusion dance, they would look
It'd be
exactly
still
the
the
same.
same I'll be walking through the Phoenix Flames. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh shit.
And all I have to say is thank you. Thank you. That's it. Guys,
Thank you.
gracias. AAA World Champion Grande Americano coming soon. Guys, this has been another episode of Let
I
Me
will
Book the
Tommy
Territory.
Dreamer World's End
We-
if that happens.
Are
Okay.
out of here.
He's a sorry fat.